Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on SOFI on May 25th of this year, when the price of this asset was at $6.92, and my main assumption was that we were forming, and we are still forming this type of formation. It is a falling bullish wedge, and we are potentially in the last wave of this wedge. And this wave has a very unique structure. It might have an underthrow or overthrow in its latest movement. And I told you that we might retest this bottom, this range of support, or we might have the movement to the upside from current levels, or we might have even a breakout below this range, and then we might have a next leg to the upside. And here's the actual price action. We are pretty much moving sideways. We have an attempt to retest the range of support, but we didn't hit it, and instead of this we have very good rejection. If I turn off all the tools, you can see that this latest candle, the lowest candle, has a decent volume. As you can see, the volume is right here, and we have another attempt to break the range to the upside. And I have to admit that it is not the first time when this asset have this type of behavior, and I caught a lot of its movement recently. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account, where for the $35 a month you will be able to drastically enhance your trading skills. On top of that, for the first 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway. I will do a technical analysis based on your request on any asset that you might find. On top of that, guys, and it is the most lucrative offer right now, there is not so many people inside the Discord group. That is why almost 100% of my time will be dedicated to you. And it is pretty much one-on-one training for the value of $450 a month, but for the fraction of this cost, for just $35 a month. And I think it is quite fair deal.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, let's continue with the price action again, and let me show you why I think this asset is quite strong in its latest movement, in its latest sessions. If I add to this price chart the SPY index, and right here, as you can see, we have quite substantial movement to the downside. The white line represents the SPY index. We have a substantial movement to the downside on the SPY, but instead of quite similar movements for SOFI, we are pretty much in sideways price action, and this is another sign of its quite strong fundamental position. So let's continue with the fundamentals. What was the reason, and what might be the reason for its upcoming breakout? Let me show you that first of all, we still have a lot of institutional investors who want to buy, who want to have the stock on their investment portfolios. Here's the chart that represents the institutional ownership of SOFI, and for the last month we have almost the highest level of institutional ownership. This means more and more so-called smart money investors want to have this asset in their investment portfolio. On top of that, the most recent updates, if you take a look right here, and if you take a look only on the companies who have a substantial position in SOFI, you can see that, for example, LMORX opened completely new position on SOFI for the value of $21.9 million. Next one, let me show you right here. $203.2 million is the position of Vanguard, and they added about 2.29% to their existing position. Next one, another branch of Vanguard added another 2.88% to their position. That is more than $106.6 million. And in general, this shows the sentiment from the so-called smart money list in regards to SOFI. On top of that, the most important indicator, in my opinion, is this one. It is the list of insider trades, and as you can see, Anthony Noto again bought about 28.86 thousand shares for the value of $200,000, and he made it just less than a week ago. Another very good sign that CEO of the company is buying his own shares, the shares of his own company. On top of that, if you take a look on the sentiment on Google search results, if you type in Google search bar SOFI stock and switch to new stock folder, you will see that we have a lot of bullish news, and in general, in my opinion, SOFI is at its crucial point. First of all, and by the way, let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. First of all, we are approaching to the apex of this formation, and on top of that, we still have several ranges of support that are below our current price, and that might be very strong ranges of support. In general, if we zoom out even further to a weekly time frame and turn off all the tools, you can see right here that this asset had a very harsh movement back in 2021, right after their SPAC merger. But right here, let me show you in details its latest movements. Right here, we consistently see higher highs and higher lows. We have 2 higher highs and 3 or almost 4 higher lows. If this pivot holds and if this asset is above the range of about $6.4, we will establish another higher low, and this will be another sign of its bullishness. And that is why, guys, if you want to invest in this asset, you can do it pretty much blindly, but after you do your own due diligence. Because from the fundamental standpoint, this company is very strong, but you have to know all the details by yourself, and you have to find it out in order to stay in line with its latest update. But if you want to catch its next leg as a swing trader, in this case, you have to wait for 2 things. First of all, we might have a retest of this lower border of this falling bullish wedge. And when we have the reaction out of this range, it will be a sign to enter your long position. Otherwise, we might have the movement to the upside from the current range. And in this case, we have to rely on the breakout above this sloping line as the range of resistance. Then we might have a retested from the top as the range of support. And then next leg to the upside will confirm its potential beginning of new uptrend. And in this case, at the retest of this range, you might re-enter your long position with the more certainty, and definitely the more certainty we have, the less beneficial the trade itself. That is why, guys, in my personal opinion, it is more beneficial to add your position while the asset is moving south, rather than to trying to catch its movement to the upside with the long position. But in general, let me do it like this. Let's zoom out to 2 hours time frame, and let me show you that we have to break several ranges of support that are at quite high levels. The most important one is this one at $10.5, which was established at the very end of 2023. And guys, we are in this formation for quite a long period of time. And that is why next movement might also happen, might also last for at least a couple of months. And that is why, guys, keep an eye on SOFI stock, because in general it is a very lucrative asset. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed.